Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at people who woke up in bed with a stranger. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. I was around 19 years old and at a weekend festival where most people camped out in tents. I got hammered and blacked out on Saturday and woke up on an air mattress in somebody else's tent. I sat up to get my bearings at some point in the morning and a couple was also in the tent, not laying on the air mattress. The guy sat up right after me and said, "Buddy, I don't know who you are, but you better get out of here." I didn't stick around to ask any questions. They slept in somebody else's tent on somebody else's air mattress. Yo. But hey, the couple was still pretty nice to let them just crash there, even on their mattress. The fact that they didn't pull them out of the tent just says everything. At least they have a heart. Not really woke up with a stranger, but I did wake up on a stranger's couch once, looked around and sat up to see a woman staring at me. I was startled and realized I had no idea who this woman was. Then realized I was only in my underwear, so I half covered up and she asked who I was. I said my name and asked where Jill was, the girl I thought I went to see. She looked confused for a second before bursting out laughing. Turns out Jill's neighbor didn't lock her door and I was obviously very drunk. I ended up making a sandwich and drinking half a carton of orange juice before hitting the couch. Thank God she was so nice. Skylar, if you're reading this, thank you for not calling the cops. Aww, that's actually so wholesome. Honestly, screw Jill. End up with Skylar now. The fact that he was making himself a sandwich in somebody else's home, acting as if that's his own house, feels like he's done this a couple times before. A neighbor was a member of a fraternity and they all went downtown and got completely wasted. He doesn't remember how he got separated from his buddies, but woke up in a very soft bed, not knowing where he was. He saw a large fluffy flowered bathrobe on the back of the door and put it on. These guys are freaking funny. Ooh, what is that fluffy flower robe? Let me just put it on even though I don't know whose house I'm in. He walked into the dining room and there was an all-black family smiling in relief at him. My neighbor was a southern white guy. They were all eating breakfast and the father put out a chair right beside him and made him a heaping plate of scrambled eggs, grits, toast and bacon. My neighbor had left the bar in a drunken state and had come upon their car and passed out in the back seat. Thankfully, all ended up okay. He kept in touch with that family for a long time afterwards. Oh, this is such a good story. That's so cute, honestly. Man, that family was so nice. They just saw a random stranger in their back seat and they drove him home with them and put them on their soft bed and was even nice enough to leave a fluffy flowered robe for him to wear and even make him breakfast. Yo, that family is amazing. I just hope good stuff for this family. It's the fact that he's on the bed. On the bed. Not even on the couch, not on the floor, on the bed. Ah. What a good family. Away at college, went to a bar, met a girl. I woke up the next morning in an on-campus apartment, sharing a recliner with said girl. Neither of us lived on campus or knew who lived in the apartment we ended up at. How did they even get in then? That's awkward as. Dude, these people just be drinking until they black out? Wow. I've actually never experienced, well, I don't even drink. I've actually never even been drunk before. But yeah, that's crazy to me. Fun stories though, cool. I just don't know how to drink, honestly. I honestly don't like the taste. It's just bitter. Or it just burns. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Can I just get some juice? I know a guy who went home with a stranger, went to pee in the middle of the night naked, went back to bed, woke up to screaming. He had gone back to the wrong room and was naked in her mother's bed. No. Oh my gosh. Jeez, how do people just crash at a stranger's place? That could never be me, honestly. I am too introverted for that. No, thank you. I'm not that adventurous. As a kid, I would sleepwalk at night. In the morning, I would have no recollection of what happened. I spent the night at a friend's house when I was about 10, and the family had a fire going on in the fireplace in their living room. My friend's mum decided to sleep on the couch to make sure the fire went out, and the dad went to sleep in the parents' bedroom. Due to the door to the bedroom always being closed, I had never been inside, which was very, very disorienting the next morning when I awoke in said bedroom, as the dad was just waking up and getting out of his bed. He had assumed during the night I was his son and didn't question anything when I slipped into bed with him. Kudos to dad for not making it any more awkward than it already was. And that's the story of how I awoke next to my friend's dad. They just slipped into bed and they were like, good night. Man, sleepwalking can be dangerous sometimes. My mom used to sleepwalk. She would walk out of the house. I don't even understand how that works though, because when she sleepwalked, she could still be doing things. Like, what the? I thought when you sleepwalk, you would just be sleeping but walking. You wouldn't know what you're doing, but she would literally unlock the door and walk outside. Like, what's up with that, Mum? Like, I actually didn't know that's what happened when some people sleepwalked. That's actually so scary now that I'm thinking about it. You know? Oh, thank God she stopped doing that. Like, just imagine sleeping and then you wake up and then you just see someone at the end of your bed just looking at you, but not really looking at you, but looking at you. Oh. A friend of mine in college woke up in some random girl's bed that she didn't know. She was so drunk that she thought it was her dorm room and the door was open, so she got in bed and slept. When she woke up, there was a note next to her that said something like, "Hey, I don't know who you are, but you were really asleep last night. Don't worry, it's cool if you crash here. I was going to spend the night at my boyfriend's. Just please make sure you close the door when you leave. P.S. I left you a glass of water on the nightstand." Apparently that girl came back to her room and found my friend passed out on her bed. She decided to be really nice and let her sleep it off. Oh, that's so nice. Just an amazing person in general. So freaking nice. If that was a guy, I'd fall in love. If someone does something like really nice, I feel like I just like them so easily for that, you know? Oh my God, you're so freaking nice. I love you. Got really drunk in Vegas. Some girl with her friends insisted on going up to my room. I kept telling her she didn't have to, but she kept saying, let's go, let's go. We kissed twice. Then she immediately passed out in my bed, so I did the same, with all of our clothes on. I woke up a few hours later, still in a half-drunk state, having completely forgotten about her. Looked over and my brain was like, where am I? I quickly remembered and went back to sleep. Woke up a few hours later and she was gone. Oh, I thought she wanted to do the freaky, you know? Let's go up to your room, let's go up, come on, let's go. And she kissed them and passed out. Okay, what's the point? Did she really just say that so she could sleep on their bed? Okay. The stranger wasn't in my bed. He was standing beside it looking down at me. He had not been in my apartment when I went to bed. He had broken in and apparently spent quite a bit of time in there before entering my bedroom. He'd broken in through one door and created an exit for himself that took him past the door he'd entered through and out through our other, almost never used door. I chased him out but lost him in the alley behind my building. The police believe that my reaction saved me from a sexual assault and possibly from abduction. Unfortunately, they never caught the guy. What? This is why you need a dog. Okay? You need a dog to protect you, man. This is why I have Coco, man. That's actually so scary. What the heck? While living at my parents' house, woke up after a club night. It was still a bit dark, but I saw someone next to me in my bed. Spent 15 minutes trying to figure who this was before I decided to take a look. Turns out they were my extra blankets I used to fill up the space between the bed and wall. Decided I needed a lot more sleep before going out of bed. They just scared themselves. Oh my gosh. That happens too much with me too. You know that chair that you just leave all the clothes on? Randomly you wake up in the middle of the night and it feels like that chair is alive. Is it just me? Maybe it's just me. It's that freaking chair. That chair. Woke up, didn't remember his name. Pretend to ask for his messenger so that I could get his name again. Next month will be our 4th anniversary. Well, I should try this. What's your messenger? I just need to know your name. The fact that all she wanted to know was his name to try to be polite, and then because they got each other's messengers, they ended up talking a lot. Well, that's some fated stuff. I was out drinking with my dad. He was in town visiting, uncle and my brothers. Across from our table are those 2 guys visiting from Tennessee. At some point, my uncle starts chatting with them and invites them to join our table. One is very hot, so naturally I'm trying to be subtly flirtatious. I drank a lot that night, to the point that I'm pretty spotty on leaving the bar, or even the fact that my family just let me leave with those 2 random guys. I woke up in the hotel room. Turns out it was 7 guys sharing the room, and I had the entire bed to myself. They even put the comforter over me while a couple had the other bed and the rest slept on the floor. One of the dudes even went and got breakfast for us all, including me. They tried to convince me to go to the concert they were in town for, but I had to work. Wow. I'm so glad nothing bad happened to them. Like, something could have went very wrong. But I'm so glad that all those guys were good people. So nice. But there's one problem in this story, is the fact that the family just let her go home with 2 random guys while she's like drunk. Family? Why are you not looking after her? Like, what are you guys doing? Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!